Welcome back, my friends, to Twisted Stitches. My name is Tammy. On this channel, I talk about yarn, crochet, and knitting. Super heavy on the crocheting, very light on the knitting, because I'm a new knitter, and super obese on the yarn and the yarn enabling, okay, guys? Just to put it out there, I am a yarnaholic. I love my yarn. I love talking about yarn. I love touching yarn. I love squeezing yarn. It is an obsession. It's bad. It's bad. But anyway, I hope wherever you are, whether it be morning, afternoon, evening time, you had a glorious day. I hope you had a good week. Today we're going to do a chat. I have a few things to talk about with you guys, and I have some happy mail. It is some birthday happy mail that I received from a friend of mine that I want to talk to you about. First, though, before we get into happy mail and stuff like that, I wanted to, how do you say this, express my feelings for all of you out there. Like, okay, so I had the Yarn of the Month Club just recently with Treehouse Knits, and just so you guys know, when I open up the Yarn of the Month with you guys, I don't see it firsthand. I don't see it before I show it to you. When I open it on here, I am seeing it for the first time on here with you guys. Sometimes I'll get like a little peek, you know, when I tear it open, but I purposely restrain from pulling it out of the packaging and looking at it, examining it. Okay, so when this particular one, when the Treehouse Knits one, I pulled it out, I took a look at it, and it was beautiful, hanked up. I thought it was gorgeous. I got a little bit of a look at it. Now, when it comes to the part where I'm holding it or I'm showing it to you guys, I'm only getting a little bit of what I'm seeing through the viewfinder. When I'm doing that like up close thing, I'll see it a little bit, but of course I'm looking at like pieces of the yarn, not like the whole thing. And when I'm coming back here and I hold it like this, I am not watching myself. I don't look at myself in the viewfinder, because if I looked at myself in the viewfinder, I would be looking to the side. And I try to always, so like I can see it a little bit peripherally, if that makes sense, but I don't get like a good look at it. And in all honesty, after I open up the Yarn of the Month, and it's usually the way it goes, because right now I don't have time to play with these yarns. Usually what I've been doing is, after I show my Yarn of the Month, I just twist it back up into the hank form, and then I put it back in the bag that it came in. And then I set it to the side and I put all the information in the bag so I know everything about it. So when it's time to go to use it, I have all the information. So if I make something out of it and I want to post it on Instagram or any other social medias or something, I have all the information about that yarn with me. You know, it's one thing I do. I keep all the ball bands so I can, you know, tell you how much I used, what it was, colorway it was called, where I got it from, the whole shebang. That's how I do things. So this month in particular, I looked at the inspirational photo and I was like, oh, that's pretty. I saw a lot of floral and I was expecting more floral and feminine. And I did see, when I was showing it, I was getting a lot of like browns and stuff. And I thought, well, when it's hanked up, it looks different to me. Me personally, I don't care personally that it didn't match the picture as much, because when I went back after I read some of the comments, I went back and I looked at it a little bit more and I went, you know what? They are right. They are 100% right. It did not match very well at all. When I re-looked at that hank of yarn, I really expected more of the florally colors that I saw in that picture. It seemed like it was, the inspirational photo had it on like a tabletop or something that had brown in the tabletop and some neutrals in the tabletop. But I thought, why would your focus be on that brown more than all that floral arrangement that I saw? And you guys, I want you to please understand me. Please understand me. When I type something out like in a response, it's hard to, you can't express your tone or like what you're feeling. You know, typed words can be feel different, like the meanings can feel different, or the way you think it's written in your head can be different than what the author was trying to come across. So please, this is just, don't ever feel like you have to 100% always agree with me. That is 100% not the case. We would be so boring if every single person that I talked to went, oh yes, I love that color too. Oh yeah, I love that color too. Whether you did or didn't, that's not the point. That point is moot. What I'm stating is there are people out there who are like, I only like pinks and brights and rainbows. And there are people out there who are like me, who like lots of neutrals and the muted neutral tones and stuff like that. We all have one thing in common. We all love creating, we love crocheting and knitting, and we love yarns, we love touching the yarns. And I'm just one of those people that if I look at a yarn, even if I don't totally like it, I will find something good about it, because there's always something in my mind, there's always something that I could use it for. Example, colors that I didn't really like that I've had in the past, or I've gotten in it like a Yarn of the Month club in the past. There was a couple of colors that I wasn't too keen on, but I can make a pair of socks out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's me. Everybody's different. And please don't ever feel as if you have a difference of opinion than my opinion, please don't ever feel like you can't express it. And if I respond, sometimes I'll respond back like, oh man, that's too bad. Or I'll say, hey, have you looked at her shop? Because maybe there's something there that suits you better. You know, it happens. Sometimes a Yarn of the Month comes up and I'll go, ooh, this is real pretty. And somebody else might go, ugh, I don't really like that. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So please, 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 I have no problem with constructive criticism, and I have no problem with difference of opinions. We can all have, like, I can say I like brown, and you can say you like pink and orange, and I could say I don't really like pink and orange, and you can say, well, I don't like brown, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So I just wanted to clear that up, because I feel bad when I respond and then I'm worried that somebody's taking it the wrong way. Or if you guys say something to me and you think I'm going to take it the wrong way, I will never take it the wrong way unless you're just totally mean, like you're disgusting, I hate you, or something like that. Then, of course, I'd be like, hey, you know what? You don't have to be here type thing. But please, please, if we were all the same, we would be so dang boring, it wouldn't even be funny. And the reason why I get excited about the Yarn of the Month clubs is because there have been times that I've gotten colors that have totally gotten me out of my comfort zone. I literally, when I go to the store to buy yarn or look online to buy yarn, I'm always looking at neutrals and like purplies and lavenders and maybe pale pinks and stuff like that. And I'm always away from like the bright blues and the bright pinks and stuff like that. Mostly because they don't look as good on me, like my skin tone. I can't wear those colors as much. So I kind of stay away from it. And I always, you know, veer towards the deep olives and stuff like that. So, oh my goodness, I didn't mean to go on so long. So that's that. And I hope that clears up don't ever worry. Please don't ever worry. Absolutely not. So a little tiny update on Riley's blanket. I have a lot of people that wanted me to show it and a lot of people who wanted me to do the big reveal. So I'm still sticking with, because the voting went towards waiting for the big reveal. I'm still sticking to the big reveal thing, but I did finish up the 20 rows of the ombraying, you know, the grays that I was working on, like I told you. And I took all the gray and the gray silver colors out to add into that blanket to give me the length that I needed. Because if you remember, I said a little while ago that it was way not long enough. It was going to be like weird. And because it's a ripple stitch or a wavy ripple stitch type thing, it would have looked odd if it was wider than it was longer. So I had to think of something. I did that. I put the grays in. The grays are all in, and I will be restarting the other cake with the the original cake with the corals and the purples and stuff like that. So I'll be starting that sometime today or maybe tomorrow or something. Depends on how my time goes today. And then when I get a couple rows of that done, I am going to put a sneak peek up on my Facebook group page and a sneak peek up on my Instagram page. So that way, those of you who want to see it can go see it, and those of you who don't can just skip over it, whatever. And I'm thinking I should have it done this coming up Friday, which will be the beginning of April. I think it's, the 3rd? Let me see something. April 2nd is when I fingers crossed it'll be done. I haven't had as much chance to work on it as I wanted to, just because of dental reasons and some doctor appointments, dental appointments, things like that are going on. Yeah, I ended up with another tooth infection, and I am on antibiotics right now, and I am currently looking for the dentist that I need to get the teeth all done. So between doctors and stuff like that that's been going on, I haven't gotten as much time into that blanket as I wanted to. I mean, I did get 20 rows done, which is pretty good. But yeah, I like I said, hopefully I'm gonna try my darndest, let's put it this way, to have it done for next week. So I have the blanket to showcase next week, and I'm so excited to get it done, because I'm also waiting to work on my habitation throw, and I'm totally neglecting everything else to get this done. So yeah, I definitely, it's time. It's been way too long, and all of you who have been here with me know it's been way too long. So I have some happy mail to share with you guys. This was some birthday happy mail that I received from a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. Her name is Jackie Knits, and she has been here with me for quite a few months. And when she sent me this birthday surprise, it really was such a surprise, and it is awesome. And so Jackie is the one, and if you've seen on my Instagram and possibly on my Facebook group, I think during the holidays she had sent me a package. She had sent me a Christmas package, and it had a bunch of little minis in the gold sacks, and she'd sent me some yarns and some stitch markers and just some lovely, awesome, just wonderful goodies. And I posted it on my Instagram and stuff like that. When I got the birthday happy mail from Jackie, I did post it on my Facebook group. I believe I posted on my Instagram too. I'll have to go back and check. But so, you know, I messaged her thanking her very much for the birthday gift. I mean, it is beautiful. Wait till you guys see. And so when I talked to her about it, she said, "Hey, would you mind, you know, giving the shop," it's a small business owner, she's, you know, small business trying to make a living like all the other small businesses out there, "Would you mind giving this person, you know, some information on your channel and giving a shout out?" And I said, I can do that. That's for sure. I can do that. I went into her website. I had been to her website before because Jackie had talked to me, I think around Christmas time, about this place. Now, the place is called, I don't want to say it wrong. It's not Pandia's. It is actually, let me, I wrote it down in here so I didn't mess it up. Panthea is the way it kind of should be pronounced, because Panthea is a Greek goddess. After I did some of my research, Panthea is a Greek goddess who is, in Greek mythology, was a Greek goddess. Her name meaning all bright or brightness or something like that. So when I looked it up, I'm going to say it wrong, Panthea states that some were stating she is the daughter of Zeus and Selene, and some had said she was the mate of Zeus. I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole. I did some research, but I didn't get too crazy on this. I figured it was... Sorry, my dogs are barking and I don't know why. I didn't get too much into it, but it was interesting. Also, she's known as the goddess of the full moon, and if you go by that, Zeus and Selene was her mom. Selene was the goddess of the moon or something like that. So anyway, really neat, you know, something different. Now, the owner of Panthea's Jewels, her name is Julia, and Julia started her business. Some of the reasons she started the business, besides her love of yarn and dyeing, and, you know, just like all of us, we all love crocheting, knitting, and her story was, you know, basically she learned, she was taught at an early age how to crochet. She does have an About Me section on her website, and I will leave the link to her store in my description box, and I'll also leave the link to her other socials, Instagram, and she has a blog. Also, you could get to her blog and stuff like that through her shop website page. Her website is if you spell it, it's pandiasjewels.com. I will show you, this is what her website looks like. When you type it in, that's what will come up. Well, not always just that. This is different pictures might come up, but this is her website. It's very easy to navigate. You have places here where you can, you know, click on this, and that'll take you to her yarns. And you'll see some of her yarns right here. Right here, there's a menu button, and if you tap on the menu button, a drop down comes out, and it has different things like for her yarns and stuff like that. She has jewelry, patterns, yarns, beautiful yarns. She has stitch markers and some other things. There are a lot of things to look through. So if you go on her website, just, you know, take a look and see what she has. Some really pretty stuff. She states that she loves Halloween, so I figured I would dedicate the Halloween shirt to Panthea's Jewels today, because that's where I got my yarn from my friend Jackie. And so, like I said, I'm going to leave all the information to her website in my description box, and I will also pin the comment. So the very first comment you see will have all the information, all the links to her website, so it makes it a little easier for you guys if you're having trouble navigating into the description box and things like that, where I put all my show notes and stuff like that. So let me show you this gorgeousness that Jackie sent me for my birthday, guys. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? And she said, "Oh, I believe these are your colors." And yes. Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful hank of yarn. Oh my goodness. Do you think that these are my colors, guys? Now, I'm not unraveling this one, okay? I'm just letting you take a nice little look. Look how beautiful that is. It is just amazingly gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I absolutely love this. I love this yarn. So here is the label. So here is her label right there. And I'll just give you some information. This one is Panthea's Jewels hand-dyed yarn. This is on her snug base. This colorway is called Autumnal Equinox. It is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it's a fingering weight. And what's really great on this, I mean, you have to move the tag around a little bit, but I don't know if you can see it, but it has the instructions on how to wash, and it also has the needle ranges on here. So it's a 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's a fingering weight. There is 462 yards to this 100 gram hank. The needle ranges, so knitting needles, is a US size 1 to 3 or 2.25 to 3.25 millimeter. And the hook range is 2.25 to 3.5 millimeters. It states even on here, hand wash cold water, dry flat. And then she does put in here, please note that there are no dye lots. Color distribution and saturation will vary greatly from skein to skein. And that's anything with a hand-dyed yarn. You might have the same exact ones with different, with a little bit of differences here and there. That's why if you're making a large project with the same colors, that you should be alternating your skeins so you don't get, you know, lines of demarcation anywhere. So, isn't this gorgeous, guys? I mean, I love it. Thank you so much, Jackie. I absolutely love this. So the reason why I'm telling you about this today is because I believe you guys go take a look at her website. Just look around, you know, maybe you'll find some jewelry. She has notion pouches and stuff like that on there. She has stitch markers, like I said, really pretty yarns. Just, I loved surfing her site and looking around. So if you go over to her website, hey, let her know that Tammie at Twisted Stitches and Jackie Knits sent you over there. It is so fun to find a new shop. I love supporting small businesses. It's just, it makes me feel good. So this was my birthday mail. Thank you so much, Jackie. I love it. Oh, don't you love like smelling yarn too? I do. I love like the smell of yarn. My dogs love the smell of yarn. I don't know if any of you guys have dogs. If you get a wool yarn, do your dogs go crazy every time you bring one in? They go crazy. They can smell it and they want to smell it. And then if one of these is like sitting like this, was sitting next to me on the couch, and my one dog came up and sat by me, and she kept sniffing it and nudging it and rubbing all over it. I'm like, you're getting dog hair all over my yarn. Yeah, that's, my dogs love this. I guess it's because they can smell the animal or something. I don't know. Maybe they can smell maybe to them the wool smells like animal. I don't know, but I like it. So I don't know what I'm going to make out of it yet, but I do believe I have other colors. I think I even have some colors up in here that'll match that maybe one day I could get really brave. And so I really want to get into, one of these days I want to make, a cardigan for sure. That is just one of my major goals. That and socks. So after I'm done with Riley's blankets, I want to do some work on that habitation throw. I did get some new needles. I went and got, I ordered through Amazon because that was the only way to get them. I needed a 4mm needle with a long enough cable for the stitches, and I wanted it with the Clover Takumi bamboo needles, because right now I've been having more success knitting with those than with my Chiagu set, that is the stainless. The stainless sometimes just is a little too slippery for me, so I did order a circular needle so I can transfer the habitation throw that I'm working on with the other needles that I didn't really like the point as much. So I'm going to be doing that after Riley's blanket is done, and I'm going to be working on the Sis Love shawl that I had started a while ago, and I want to finish that up. Yeah, so, but I am thinking about, after Riley's blanket's done, and as I'm working on the habitation throw, just to keep my knitting skills up there a little bit and to really divulge a little bit more, I think I'm gonna start a pair of socks. Just a pair of plain vanilla socks, nothing fancy. I don't think I could do anything fancy. So yeah, and I've been wanting to do that for a while. I even have my needles ready. I went and bought needles so I could do magic loop and everything. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully that'll come to play within the next less than a month or so. I didn't have anything to showcase this week, but I do believe for sure next week I will have a finished blanket. I've got to have this finished blanket by next week. So one quick last thing, guys. I just wanted to remind you that this is the very last Friday of the month. Just let me know if you have a birthday shout out for anyone, and I will make sure I get that in there next week, which will be the very first Friday. I think is April 2nd, right? April 2nd is the very first Friday, and I will give birthday shout outs then. So just let me know in the comment section, guys, okay? And hey, let me know what you think about Pandia's Jewels, okay? Go have a look. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever it may be for you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you guys for getting me over that 1,000 mark finally. Yay, I made it. I think I might have to have a giveaway. So maybe next week we'll do a showcase and a giveaway. I have to think on that for a little bit and I'll get back to you guys, okay? So I love you guys very much. I'll be talking to you guys really, really soon. I do have an unboxing for you guys coming up this week. It should be here soon. So I'll be talking to you guys really soon. Love you guys again. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay creative. Love ya. Bye. I think I've said that too many times.